Yes.
2015.
I remember that very well.
Yes, so she inspired me to really go for the Miss Cagayan de Oro crown, and I was actually there during the coronation night of my
Yes,
sister.
and you know how the intensity
Yes.
feels
And I was
inside the stadium, yeah.
well, I was I was sitting in one of the front seats, and I was when she was crowned as Miss Cagayan de Oro. I literally teared up, and I was so proud and so happy
Yes, I
for her.
know.
And I told myself then and there that
Someday.
I will try to win the Miss Cagayan de
Now,
Oro
I know
title.
that
So,
you are a family of beauties because I've seen your mom and I've seen all of your sisters. Even Elaine is a good friend of mine. And I know that you guys really have great attributes when it comes to beauty and face. And then there's really no doubt. I mean, you're really in the in the scene of beauty pageants because you've been preparing yourself for that. So as a little girl, how did you grow up? Did you had the attributes already when you were a little girl?
yes, my family really did push me to do whatever I want, and so when I was a little girl, I started joining Nutrition Queen, and when I was in high school, I joined Miss Intramurals.
I
So yeah,
see.
it really started from a very young age, and so when I turned into a lady, they really did support me to try different pageants. And
I remember the time when Chirina had auditioned for me for Miss Earth. You remember that? And there were a couple of girls who came to my station who wanted to compete for Miss Earth, and they had to have to qualify. And I asked you to join, and then you were said like, "Oh, I'm still very young." I remember that, and I knew that one day, someday, you will get the crown. So, with this inspiration, what were the preparations you did? Because I know it was really tough for you, because you weren't really expecting the crown, right? You were just really doing your best.
yes.
And then all of a sudden, we don't really know, but you had really bagged the crown yourself. So, what were the preparations before joining Miss CDO? For the last couple of years during the pandemic, you didn't join, but what were those stage and time that that you were going to be prepared and to compete for Miss CDO?
So as what I've said, I started. I mean, the plan to join the pageant started when my sister won, and so that was 7 years ago.
Oh,
so
no.
this is like years of preparation.
Years of preparation.
But I told myself I will join after I graduated in college. So
Yeah, so congratulations, you graduated in college.
that was in 2020. So
In 2 years. So you
Yes.
graduated in 2020. So
but that was when the pandemic started.
yes,
So,
yes.
the pageant was virtual, and so I didn't join. And in 2021, there was no pageant. So
Right.
that's when I joined in 2022.
I know. So how was the feeling? I know that you've seen all the other girls. I mean, you would not just expect. I mean, there should be, a candidate that stands out, and your capabilities and your limitations, but then. You just really need to have confidence, right, when you get into the stage. And I know you were pretty confident when you got out on the stage, and I was very, very surprised because I know that you're so mahinhin. You're very, you're very laid back, and you're just really very sweet. You're a very sweet girl. But thing is, it takes a lot of braveness to get on the stage. So. How did you prepare for that? Were there a team that was built for you?
Yes.
Were there a Q&A, team for you to actually have the Q&A coaching and, the walking and everything? I mean, like, there are a lot of preparations for this. So what was the team that were backing you up? Because you need to have a glam team too all at the same time, right? So how did you formulate this team? Were they able to come up to you and introduce, or did you hire them, or what was this? What was the process?
So I am a member of, no, I am my team is the house. It is headed by Sir Michael Villamor.
I
And
see.
I approached them, actually.
Oh, I see. So you initially
Yes.
approached them, okay?
Yes, because I really wanted them to train me because they are known to be good trainers. And so I approached, I talked to them, and Charina is also the house member.
I
So,
see.
yeah, so
So that gives you the boost, that they really know what they're doing.
yes, and they really did a great job training me because even though they're busy in their job, they really did
Took
try.
time.
Yeah,
Took
took
time.
time to train me after work like that. But there are 4 girls who were trained with
Under them.
yes, under the house.
Can you name some of them?
Blanche, candidate number 4.
Okay.
Candidate number 9, Nicole Ramos,
Okay.
and then Ana Ribucas.
I see. So there were 4 under their wing. So you were pretty excited about this. And what was your family's reaction when you decided to join Miss CDO?
They already expected that I will join sooner or
see.
later. So yeah, but when they knew that I will join this year, they really did support me. They're very supportive.
Yeah,
of
you have a
my
lot of
pageantry
siblings, right? How
career.
many
Yes,
siblings do you have?
I'm the 10th, so I have
10th!
9
Oh my
siblings.
God! So you're the youngest, right? So you're the
Yes, I'm
baby
the
in the
youngest.
family. Okay, so Chirina's now married and she's in Davao. I really miss her. She's been in my wing for a couple of years since Miss Silka and also Miss Earth, and there were a lot of things that I've advised about her, and I coach her, and just being proud of her that she became who she is today, because she's very humble, just like you with that attitude. So what is up for Miss April for 2023? So I know that there are plans and preparations again that you are going to compete for the national pageant. So how was this? The preparations itself. Are you ready for the national stage?
Well, I will be.
You should be.
But for now, I'm still recuperating. I'm
Okay.
still relaxing and taking a break because,
Does it sink in already now that you are Miss CDO Pilipinas?
Yeah, a little bit. But I'm still in a mishmash of emotions right now.
Yes, I know, because I know that you weren't really expecting that. I think everybody is not really expecting, because everybody can't be Miss CDO, because everybody was well deserved for the crown, because everyone was so gorgeous, they were so pretty, and they were all confident, and they have all these personalities, and they have the beauty and the brains, all 12,
Agree.
12 or 13?
13.
13 of you. And then I know that it was not easy, just competing for it, but I know that you had a fright, probably, because I know how it feels to be on stage. So how was it feeling that from the last stage of the announcements, there were like the 5th, for the, for all of the top 5, and you didn't know that, are you going to be in the top 5? Are you going to be in the top 10? And, all of this, how did it feel to be on stage, especially on the Q&A questions, where it was so frightening for you, I think, and everybody was just so scary when there are questions thrown to you and you're not very prepared for that. So how were you able to cope up with the questions?
During the pageant, I was just enjoying myself. Like, I
Okay.
told myself I did my best already.
Oh.
I have gone above and beyond to prepare for this. So just relax, just enjoy the show. That's what I did. However, you can't really help it during the
Yes.
question and answer portion. And
But oh my God, what if there's a question thrown to you and you would have a mental block? That's just so scary. I think every beauty queen have that really, the concept of what ifs, like what if I might not be able to answer the questions, the stage frights and all. Sometimes, it happens.
Yes.
And even the international, competitors for the candidates, they would still feel the same, because every woman dreams to have a crown, but the crown is just so hard to reach. But you are very blessed to have it. I won't say it's lucky, but I think you're very blessed to have the crown. So In the years to come, what did you finish? You went to college, and what did you take up?
I took up international studies in
So
the
I asked, so are
university.
you going to be a flight attendant one day?
Um,
International,
Actually, I aspire to become a commercial pilot. So,
oh no way!
but I'm still saving up because
It's very
like,
expensive.
yes,
I know it's very
expensive.
expensive. I know it's very expensive. In fact, because I know it's 5,000 per hour for
Something
the
like that,
training like that,
yes.
and it's very expensive to go on a flight school, especially if aeronautics and all that. Are you still on that dream of becoming a commercial
Yes,
pilot?
yes, yes.
Oh my
I'm
God! How about
still-
Air Force?
I don't know. I don't think I'm
Are
capable
you ready?
to.
Oh yeah. You're capable of like for the Air Force. I think there's intense
Yes, and
boot
I don't think
camps and
my
all that. I don't
body is
know if
built.
you guys are going to be able to. I don't know if you're willing to do the boot camp.
I don't think my body is built for that kind of.
It has to be. You have to be strong, and you have to be. There's a lot of torture for that because there's a lot of exercise, and the training set is very
intense
tough. Very
training,
intense. Yes.
yes.
So April, now that I know, how old are your parents now? I mean, having 10 kids, and how old is your parents now? Your mom your mom in the States or already home?
Now she's here in the Philippines, but my father is going back to the U.S. next month, I guess.
see.
In a few days, actually.
In a few days, okay.
Yes. So
How old are they?
They are 60 plus senior citizens.
Oh, they're still young. They're not really that, old. But anyway, all the 10 children, how were you guys, you were growing up as kids? I know it should be like, what, a happy home? What a...
It is very
chaotic.
at home.
Having
Yes.
10 kids, all that, like sitting down on one table and eating, like... your mom should have very big budget because like the food, you have to feed all the children, you have to go to school. And how did your mom and dad cope up with that?
Well, actually, my mom was the one who is financially, like, she worked very hard to.
What was your mom's job?
She's a Dep Ed employee for
Okay,
more
so
than.
she's a teacher
No, she's.
in the office?
Yes.
Ah, okay, okay.
Yes, so she's the one who is providing us financially, and my father
Having
is
10 kids, oh my
Yes.
God, I can't even imagine.
So my father is at home with us, and
So
he's like,
he's the one who's taking care of all of you
Yes,
guys.
yes.
Oh my God, your dad must have a lot of patience.
True.
So, as growing up, like, were you able to predict that one of you, Chyrina and you, because you have other siblings that that's also beauties, but they were not interested in pageants, right? Are there sisters join the pageant too?
Yes, they actually tried joining. One of my sisters joined Miss Liceo Games. I don't know. That was
So is this
years
interims or
back.
something like that?
Something like that. Really,
Okay.
they really did try. Even my brother tried Mr. Intramurals as well in
I
his
see.
college days. Yes, but
So-
then they did not pursue it.
Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in the city or grew up in Hingoog City?
I grew up in Hingoog City.
I
Yes, I
see.
finished high school in Hingoog Comprehensive National High School
And then you transferred over here.
here for college. Yes.
So by that, like when you're a little girl, who did you wanted to become? Like, especially like growing up, when you were a little girl, like who of all of the beauty queens you wanted to be?
Of all the beauty queens,
No, except for Katrina Gray, because this is already present. When you were a little kid, who were you looking up to?
Chyrel is my best friend growing up, and she's like my role model. She gives me lessons.
I will, aside from your sister.
Okay, aside from my sister.
Aside from your sister, who did you wanted to become? Like, I know that you've been watching all the pageants when you were a little kid. So, who did you look up to that you wanted to become like her?
Back then, the pageantry industry is not that. I mean, it wasn't there back then when I was a little kid. I did
see.
not really see myself as a beauty queen. It just came when I was in college.
I see.
But back then, there are a few women who I look up to, and one of
Okay.
which is who? It's really hard, but really,
I don't know that there are a lot of international queens and national queens that we had that competed. One is Catriona Gray. We also have Pia Wurtzbach, and there are some other candidates there are some other beauty queens that I think you look up to. Miss Asia Pacific. And who are these women that you think that you wanted to be? So let me just give you like a choices of yours that you probably wanted to. Who do you really most like in the pageants? Is it Pia Wurtzbach or Catriona Gray?
well, actually, my answer during the final Q&A is Pia Wurtzbach, and it really is Pia because she's like when
Well,
she won.
aside from she's from CDO.
Yes, aside from her being Cagayanon,
Yes.
like when she won, it was not really, people did not expect that.
Yes.
Just like how I won. It was very surprising.
Mhm.
And Pia is so passionate about her work.
Yeah.
Like there are,
I mean, not to even mention that she actually failed for 4 attempts. And she still got this this courage and the confidence that she's not going to take a no for an answer, and taking back because I've met her and when she came here for her homecoming, I did prepared for her homecoming. I fetched her in the airport, with all of the motorcades and all that. So I came to know her, and she said, I will never take no for an answer. I wanted still, because I wanted the crown so bad that I don't even care what people say about me, that, parang hindi daw siya nahihiya or something, na kahit na so many refusal na, so many rejections, but still, I think that's a part of a lesson in life. I think that, these challenges and failures in life are just life lessons, and you just have not to stop dreaming, and you just really have to go move forward and achieve that dream in spite of all of the challenges in life. So there are a lot of televiewers right now that we have. I know that they are looking up to you, and in fact, what does it take really to become a beauty queen for you,
like
in your opinion?
yes, what does it take? Well, there's no like secret recipe for you
Or
to become
there's
a
no
beauty
formula
queen.
for that, I
Yes.
think.
You just have to really believe in yourself that you can do it, and that just know that you are full of potential, and that you really need to tap to those potential for you to really achieve your dreams, and continue until you get it. Like, don't stop. And just like Pia, like she fought for her crown.
Yeah,
for
and look at her,
so
she
many
became
tries.
Miss Universe. Can
Yes.
you even imagine? Like, people were just talking, behind her back, like destroying her. And, but I think it didn't get to her head. And I think the heart of a fighter, like the braveness in her, really had became a very big factor of why she became Miss Universe today, right?
Agree.
So, if you were going to join, I know that Binibining Pilipinas is just around the corner, and I think Miss CDO is going to give you the challenge for that. And if willing the chance, would you like to compete for Binibining Pilipinas?
Of course.
Okay. So
Yes.
excited.
So after I was crowned, Miss CDO Pilipinas,
Yes.
I really told myself, nga, this is it.
This is it.
and
And
then,
this is your path.
yes.
And you're actually going to the
we will
road.
take this
You're
path.
going to take this path, and you're
Yes.
going to be, on the road for Binibining Pilipinas, which is very scary. But I know that with all the encouragements and the love and the all of the the encouragement that we're going to give you, we are rooting for you, and hopefully
Thank you.
that you're going to get the crown. But ladies and gentlemen, we'll be pausing for a quick break. 30 minutes after 9 o'clock, Chyrel Macale Cariaga Show. We'll be right back.
Hello mga kadyaw! Ni ay mga simple nga mga pamaagi aron makalikay kita sa COVID-19. Manghugas kanunay sa kamot gamit ang sabon ug tubig. Kung walay tubig ug sabon, mag-alkohol. Magsuot kita pirmi og face mask ug face shield kung mugawas sa balay. Ilabi na kung anaa kita sa mga pampubliko nga lugar. Kung walay importante nga tuyo, magpuyo lang usa kita sa balay. Kung mahimo, wala usay pasudlon nga mga bisita. Kanunay mag-obserba og social distancing. Wala usay maglamanuhay og beso-beso kung makita nimo ang imong suod nga higala. Kini nga mga pahimangno, hatod kaninyo sa Jaw TV. Amping mga kadyaw!
And we are back for the Chyrel Macale Cariaga show. Ladies and gentlemen, we are very honored on the studio today having our Miss CDO 2022 Pilipinas. And we're very proud because she is going to represent Binibining Pilipinas in the national stage very soon. Is it going to be this year or is it going to be next year?
It'll be next year.
Okay, so there's a lot of months for preparations, and I think Miss Max is quite very proud of you that you're going to join it. So, what are the, what were the things that you have in mind, like for the preparations for the Binibining Pilipinas Road?
First and foremost, I really have to focus on my Q&A.
Yes.
Yes, so I really have to study and so question and answer trainings.
Yes.
Yes.
Catwalks.
Also, pasarela. Yes, that's one
Pasarela.
of the most important
Important
things
things,
as well.
yeah.
Yes, and physical trainings. So I have to work out.
On diets
Yes.
with the food you eat.
I'm a foodie, so that's hard.
No way.
It's hard to hide, but I'm hiding it.
So what are the foods that you actually normally eat, like for the day, like your breakfast, lunch, and dinner? And how do you keep up with a body like that? And I know there are people who are like asking, like, why are you so slim? Like, what do you eat? Like, there are a lot of, beauty queens that I've met. And I've learned some of the, the techniques that they do. They only eat like 2 green apples in one day, and two green apples with grapefruit, and also like hard-boiled eggs, and like this digestive biscuits they can only eat. Like, how do you survive with that? Like, if you're a foodie, how do you, like, oh no, I'm not gonna eat that.
Well, I do intermittent fasting on.
I see. So how many
during
hours was
breakfast.
it?
Like, I don't eat breakfast. I only eat lunch.
I see.
Yes, so I only drink
So what do you have for
coffee.
lunch?
I eat chicken and rice every day. But yeah,
Chicken
you
and rice?
still eat rice. You can still eat rice.
So is this like a cup of rice, like 2 cups of rice?
I don't eat rice that much, but I eat
Measure.
a
You
little
measure
bit,
it.
like a half of cup, so that like my
And
brain.
is that okay with you?
Yeah, I eat a lot of chicken, so that's
I
why.
see. So the chicken is, well, it's protein, and it's
Protein,
just really
yes.
good for you. And what is dinner for you?
So dinner, anything, but I think still chicken and rice. Yeah.
I think that's the only diet that you have right now
Yes.
that you can eat, because I think red meat is really just bad for you, right? Because there's a lot of cholesterol and it gives you a lot of fats.
So it's roasted chicken, so it's not fried at all.
It's just roasted,
Yes.
okay.
So it's lean. I eat the breast part because it's lean, the leanest part of the chicken. So
How about the drinks? I mean, like, what do you have for the drinks? I mean, do you eat fruits and vegetables and all that?
yes, I love bananas. So
Okay.
I mix it with my protein shake.
So
I
you have a
drink protein
smoothie in the
shake.
morning.
Yes.
I see. Okay. So that's a lot of plenty tips for all of you guys who's watching right now. Like if you really wanted to lose weight, are you able to have a dietitian or do you have a nutritionist or do you just follow a very religious diet every day?
I follow what my Coach Mark Ramonal, teaches me. So he would say this, you should eat this, you should stop eating that, because I eat a lot of bread and
Also, that's unhealthy. Like bread has a lot of
Yes.
carbohydrates for
Oo.
you.
And he would reprimand me for eating a lot of bread.
Because that's really bad for you in a
Yes.
way. But for those preparations, I think the physical is also very important. Like you have to have like energy, so tonings and all that. Who's your coach for the
Coach-
physical body?
Yeah, so I train with Coach Mark Ramonal.
Okay.
He's in Equilibrium, I think.
I
That's
see.
what the gym is called.
Oh, I see, I see. So he's your like physical coach and all
Yes.
that. Okay.
I've
So,
been training with him since 2018.
so it's been a long time. So that's why you're so toned.
Oh, thank you.
But anyway, there's a lot of people out there who's really aspiring to become, beauty queens. And in fact, there are a lot of high school students that you can really inspire because, they look up to you now. Like, oh, I wanted to be Miss CDO 2022 and all that. And what does it take to become April Barrow?
Well, first of all, you have to finish school.
Yes.
First.
Yeah.
That's what I want
Education
to-
is very important.
Yes.
So you need to inspire them. And what are your
Yes.
advices for all of our televiewers now? What do you think you should do, to inspire all these young women out there to become who you are today?
Yes. So first of all, again, you have to finish studies first. That's what I did. I told myself I will focus on my pageantry career after I have achieved my bachelor's degree. And also after that, you really have to believe in yourself that
Right.
you can be a beauty queen. Because even if a lot of people will push you to be a beauty queen, if you yourself, you don't like agree with it, then it's hard. It's really, so you really have to have the mental fortitude, of course, to be a beauty queen.
So how is it like you? Do you plan to get a job? Like, after graduating, it's been 2 years. So are you working or you're not working or what is it now for your future?
Right now, I am still focusing on my pageantry career, but to be completely honest, I'm just waiting for my immigrant visa to get approved.
So
I know, actually approved, but then I'm just waiting for my interview.
I see. So you're flying to the States.
Yeah. So my father petitioned me to for an immigrant visa.
I see.
Yun.
How about, well, anyway, that's just a big dream for you to catch on. But the thing is, it would take some time to get there. But at least you're working on your dream now.
Yes.
So for the next year, another preparations for you for Binibining Pilipinas, something to look forward to. And I know that you're very close to Chyrina. So before the pageant, what did Chyrina tell you? Like what were the encouragements she gave you? Because I know you're very close to each other, and I know that she's very supportive of you. And I'm also very proud of her. She's an entrepreneur now.
Yeah.
She has her own business in Davao. So having this. But I was just thinking, like, why is she not having a kid yet? Are those plans, in place? But what were the last words that, the inspiring words that Chyrina told you as a sister?
During the pre-pageant activities, Cha was really there to like help me with everything, every questions that I have. She was like supporting me all the way. And
Right.
during the coronation, Cha was really transferring from the seats to the back door. I mean,
Backstage?
Backstage, yeah. And so she was like running from the
She probably was so nervous for
Yes.
you, I think.
And she would, whenever I go out to the backstage,
She would go there.
Yes, she would
And-
go there and she would tell me a lot of things, and she was
encourage.
just encourage me.
It
And
was like, don't do this,
Yes.
don't do that. You have to do this, you have to do that. Oh my
Yes.
God, what a supportive
but
sister.
really, she was just telling me, nga, "Oh, you're so beautiful, you're so, like, you got this, you got this." Like, she was just,
Very encouraging for
Yes.
you. So that's a very nice sister role for her. Well, I think it's now it is actually a history to be told that two of the Barrows are already Missidio and you have Guabdad, and that's just something that I think the Barrows should be very proud of, like having two beauty queens in the family back in Missidio, right?
yes. And that was one of the pressures that I was carrying during the pandemic.
What if I didn't get it?
Yes.
You know, will I ever get it? You know, like I know how you feel because I know like having this pressure of having a, you know, beauty queen sister, you didn't even expect that you're going to have the crown as well.
Yes. And I was really telling myself na kanang don't let the pressure get to you.
Yeah, on your head, because if you are, especially on the questions, and I think if you are willing that you know, I will give you some advices, you know, like having beauty
Yes,
queens,
please.
you know, all of this experience that I had, and the confidence is very hard to build. But you know, but being confident is that you need to work hard for that, and being confident is that being prepared. I mean, I think that's one of the best things, that when you're ready, you're really ready. But when you say that you're ready, nobody's really ready for any beauty queen pageants. I think there are a lot of factors that I think that sometimes people didn't get the crown because there were so many factors, like they were scared or they were not able to concentrate on whatever the question was, and they were not listening properly. And I think the only thing, one word that I probably advise to you is focus. And when you focus on something, and you know, like, don't let the crowd get to you. Do not let this, you know, the stage get to you. You have to be focused in everything that you do, and it will take you a million miles to wherever you want to be. And I know that preparation takes a lot of, you know, you have to do a lot of this trainings, but it's very important also that you need to have the full confidence for yourself. You have to carry the crown and always bring the city to your head, like you're wearing the crown as if you're carrying the city itself. So, so what are the things that probably you have learned? Because I know that there are so many lessons that you've learned in pageants. Like, I should have not done that. I should not have done that. You know, like, what are the things that you realized that were the things that, you know, made you doubt about yourself? And what are the things that you can advise now for all of those young people right now, you know, who's entering the stage? And what are the lessons you've learned before you became Miss Idio?
Lessons that I've learned before Miss Idio is to really, again, not just that, to really believe in yourself, because I have like very personal reasons why this is very important to me, believing in yourself, because I went through a lot, like the comparisons between me and my sister. There was a lot of
there
it.
was pressure.
Yes, and the pressure as well. But really, all that I did was to really believe in myself, that I am my own person. I am different from my sister, and I will be able to achieve this dream. So, yun.
So right now, I know that, you know, congratulations again for being Miss Idio 2022. And I know there are a lot of people aspiring for the crown too. And next year is going to be another competition for you. So in this leg, you know, what is it that you I mean, ultimately, all of these dreams, you becoming beauty queen, I mean, you realize that, like, it takes a lot of hard work. Yes, you've got the crown. But what it is there any future for you? Like, for example, you are, how old are you now?
24.
You're 24, and, you know, as like Chyrel do, you know, like, you're not going to be single forever, right? So you have plans of getting married and having a family and settling down in the near futures too? Just like her?
Right now,
I mean, what is the probable age to settle down for you?
I think the probable age to settle down is when I'm too old to join pageants.
And that would be about what, 30?
No, I think that's 27 or 28. Miss
Okay.
Universe is like 28. So,
So
yeah,
that's the last leg. I mean, like,
yes.
wow, I'm 28 now, so I'm not going to join anymore. So, I see. So, but you plan to settle down too, of course. I mean,
Of
having a
course.
baby and all that, having your own family, I think that's
Yes.
one of the things that everybody wants. Like Chirina, I mean, I didn't even expect that she's going to get married, and she invited me to go to Davao, but I just couldn't go. But anyway, you know, that was all that. Wow, we should try to say hello to our beautiful Miss Mags. Miss Mags, thank you very much for letting April guest on my show, and thank you very much for all of your support. You were just the greatest, trophy that I think everybody could carry because you're one of the most humble and very kind person that I've met, and you've been generous to me. And always remember that Jow TV and I are always supporting you, and you're always welcome to come here and for all of your promotions. So you wanted to say something to Miss
Hi,
Mags?
Miss Mags. Thank you for letting me be a guest here. Thank you for watching as well. Hi, Miss Mags.
Anyway, so those were all the things that we wanted to achieve for this day, and I know that this year is going to be very, very challenging for you because a lot of time and preparations. And Miss Mags, and I think is also excited for you for the competition next year, right? So in the near future, hopefully all the best for Miss April, and I hope you're going to really get what you deserve, and all of your dreams will all come true. And thank you very much. I think you should thank Mags for your
Yes.
outfit and all that.
Thank you so much, Miss Mags, for always letting me wear your Mags dresses.
Always styled, always
Yes.
styled by Mags, and of course, I think it's just also one of the persons that I look up to. Like being a good entrepreneur, being a good mom, and I think she's one of the best example that we can actually, give as a Cagayanan. Being a good mother, entrepreneur, and all that, like having all these businesses and having this pageants all at the same time, and I could never be prouder of her. So thank you very much, Miss Mags, for always being there and a good friend. So ladies and gentlemen, I know that you have been waiting for this moment, seeing Miss Dio on the studio today. So Miss April, do you have any message to everyone today before we end the show?
Okay, so to everyone who is watching, thank you so much, and I hope that you will have a great day, and I hope that you will also support me in my journey in the Binibining Pilipinas.
There you go. Very well said. To all of our televiewers right now, thank you very much for your time, and I hope you guys, I'll see you soon again next Saturday between 9 to 10 in the morning. That has been your host, Chyrel Macale Cariaga, for the Chyrel Macale Cariaga Show. And thank you very much for all of you out there, for the 24 municipalities, for 24 municipalities, and of course the 80 barangays of Cagayan de Oro City, and 2 component cities, that is Ingoog City, and of course El Salvador City, only right here on Jow TV. Have a wonderful and a pleasant day ahead of you.